Under promotions, we're going to start with catalog price rules. Right now, it looks like there's no rules in here, so nobody was experimenting. We're going to add a new rule. We can call this, we'll call it mass discount. You can put a description to remind yourself what exactly it does, and to tell the person getting the discount what they're getting. Status, you can set up rules in here and save them and leave them inactive to use them at certain promotional times or certain times during the year or whenever you're running a campaign, for instance. Here are your customer groups. Remember, I had mentioned that previously when I was asked the question about having chains, person having a chain of customers. So let's say your chain of customers had a special name and it was listed here somewhere. You'd be able to select them because that's the group that's going to get the special discount or the special conditions. Any field that isn't starred is optional. So if you want to give this a particular date range for whatever reason, you can here. You'll notice as I fill information out, you will see this little icon appear here. It looks like a old-fashioned 3.5-inch floppy disk. That means that you've completed some information on this section. But you'll notice these tabs are missing the little disk. That means you're not done yet. You have to visit these other two sections before you want to go ahead and save and continue. Well, you can save and continue if you'd like, but it's just easier if you fill these sections out first. Now you notice as long as I'm not leaving this section via the top navigation, the information stays here because I'm only clicking on these side tabs. When you click on the side tabs, the information isn't going to go anywhere. You're not going to lose anything until you actually leave this section. Under rule information, so far we've only defined a mass discount. We've given it a description. We give it a name. It's called mass discount. We've given a description, take 20% off of all products. So far, the only caveat is you have to be part of a particular group. In this case, I just clicked on institution. But this could be a special group here, or whatever you've named it. So in order for this to even begin to apply, a person would have to be logged in and part of that group. They'd have to be assigned to that group. So they've met that criteria so far. We're going to move on to conditions. You can add conditions, but if it's truly everything, then it's like it says there. It says leave blank for all products. But if there's certain products that you want to rule out, like we're going to give them 20% off of the store, but we're not going to give them 20% off of anything bariatrics or anything that's over $10,000 or what have you. Maybe there's a certain category you want to exclude from the major discount. That's where you'd put in these logical statements. If all of these conditions are true, or if any of these conditions are true, or if any or all of these conditions are true or false. You can change these around. So right now I have if any of these conditions are true, what are my conditions? I hit the add, and then I choose a condition to add. Conditions combination, product attribute, ARM, efficiency, gender, manufacturer, size, weight, etc., etc. So what did I say here? I said, oops, we'll say size is or is not. 3/4 full length, that's one type of size. Here's another one. Is equal or greater than, less than, contains. And I can put in a number, 12. So these conditions, when you load your conditions, they're going to be different than the ones that you see here in the demo system. There'll be, I believe there'll be more of them, and I think they'll make a little bit better sense based on attributes. But these are your conditions here that you can change. Is not full length, is 3/4 length. There's another kind of size too. See? So this is if you want to include, or excuse me, this is if you want to exclude certain products, or if you only want to apply to certain products, you come here to add conditions. So let me reset that. Okay, so I promised back here that this was a mass discount for anybody part of my institution group. They get 20% off of all products. Actually, I'm going to pretend this is the special group, because since everyone's grouped in general, I just want to show you what it'll look like on the front end. So we'll pretend that this is a special group. Okay, under actions, I want to give them, I could do it by fixed amount, to percentage off the original amount, to fixed amount. I'm doing it by percentage of the original price. And the percentage I said I was giving them is 20. We don't have to put in a percentage, because by selecting this here, the system now knows this is a percentage field. So you just put in 20 if it's 20%, 30 if it's 30%, so forth and so on. Stop further rules processing. Yes, we're done. So at this point, I'm going to click Save and Apply. Okay. Sage. Rules have been saved. Okay, good. Good. I'm just going to pause for a second. I see I have some questions here. Carol, you mentioned that the defaults are set. If they call in, will this separate the groups? Defaults are set. If they call in, will this separate the groups? I'm still unclear I'm kind of unclear with that question. If you, right now on the back end, there are groups already predefined for you. There's a handful of them, the ones I showed you. If they call in, they're speaking to you, and they don't exist in your system already, you would create them, and assumingly you would assign them whatever group was appropriate to that particular account. Now, if they had no group assigned and you want to appropriate one for them, then if they call in, they're existing, you can go into their record and you can change which group they're in. But I'm not, maybe I'm not understanding. You mentioned this, that defaults are set. If they call in, will this separate the groups? Yeah, well, not automatically. If they call in, somebody has to, put them in a group if they don't already exist in your system. And if they are in your system and they're a registered customer and they're in the wrong group and you want to assign them a group, then you would just change their group to be general. Okay. Ilbert, how do I download my email list? Your email list. Oh, I apologize. I failed to mention. I'm usually very good at mentioning this throughout the training. If you notice in the different sections that we visited, like for instance, let's go to Manage Customers. You'll see this Export To up here. You can export to CSV or Excel. I tend to go with CSV if other people are going to look at it because it's universal, whereas Excel, some people have issues with XML, but CSV is the universal donor, as I like to say. So we're going to go ahead and export these few customers. I'm going to click on what I just exported. And as you can see, their email address is right here. And with that, as you may or may not know, if you take a row of email addresses and you copy them, and I don't have my Outlook open right now, but let's just say I did, and this was the To section. When you go to paste into the To section, it'll put those colons or semicolons in there for you. Or you may be doing something else with the email addresses, like bringing them into constant contact or what have you. But yeah, this is how you would do it. You would just export. And you'll see this feature in many of the sections. You have the opportunity to export your data out, either CSV or Excel. Teresa wants to know, can you add a coupon code for any customer use? Well, I was going to get to that. I paused for a moment because I wanted to answer his question, but I'm going to get to that for you in just 1 second. I just wanted to show you the results of that 20% across the board. Now, let's see. The question is, do I have to be signed in regardless? Yeah, yeah, that's right. Because remember, we had a group called 0 not logged in. So I need to create an account. So register customers if you have, okay. So I'm sure this exists. How about no one at nowhere.com? Oops. Let me create an account quickly. We'll say John Doe, no one at nowhere.com. Sure, I'll sign up for the newsletter. Password 1234, 1234. It may not like that password actually. Yeah, has to be 6 or longer. 123456. 123456. Is it happy? Yay, it's happy. Okay, and it actually signed me in as well now. And I should be automatically, you're subscribed to general subscription. I'm a general customer. Okay, so now everything should be 20% off. And sure enough, it is. See that? Everything is now 20% off. I'm logged in as general, and remember we chose 20% off across the board for all products as long as you were logged in as the general group. I'm assigned the general group, so I see the 20% off. So in this case, we're pretending it's a special group. Okay, back to Teresa's question. Can you add a coupon code? That was the next thing I was going to get to. Under promotions, oops, under shopping cart pricing rules, coupons are fun. We're going to add a new rule. You give your rule a name. You always give it a name. We will call this, how about if we do $1 off amount? We'll say, we'll call it coupon, we'll call it spring coupon, and we'll do one for $10 off. We'll do it for general. And here you see where it says coupon. We say specific coupon. You are in charge of you're in charge of creating, maintaining your own coupon codes. The system will accept any alpha or alphanumeric or numeric designation you give to the code. It could be a special secret word. It could be a combination of numbers and letters. However easy or complicated you want it to be. However, you have to track your own coupons or coupon codes. What I mean by that is you want to know what your own codes are assigned to. You'll have a list. So you may want to give the coupon code the rule name. It's up to you, but you just want to keep track of them. The system does not keep track of coupon codes from last month or last year. So if you accidentally recycle the same code, then you recycle the same code. You should always create new coupon codes depending on what kind of promotion you're doing. I only say that because if you recycle a code and there's only a certain amount of uses for that coupon code, and it's still going to be in your system, and the system's going to look at it and say, no, you can't use that code. It's already in use. It's just, keep track of the codes that you're using, and when you're finished with them, make them inactive or remove them from the list in case you just want to recycle them and use them again for something else. If you're assigning a dollar amount, this I want to tell you need to be very careful with. Some people want to treat the coupon codes as like gift cards. That's not what they were designed for. It was not designed. They weren't designed to work that way. If you choose to do that, you have to be extra responsible and accountable for the codes you give out, because now you're assigning them actual serious value. What I mean by that is $1 off here, $5 off there. That's one thing, but I've had clients that have expressed the desire to actually have people purchase coupon codes. Now you're really giving it a value. Somebody's paying money to get a percentage or a dollar amount off. So you want to make sure that you have a unique code for each person, and you have to make sure that the code can only be used one time. And unfortunately for that person, they're going to have to use the whole thing at once, because there's no partial credits given for coupon codes. So I really, really strongly do not recommend using them in that fashion. They should just be used for what they are meant for, coupons and coupons only, or discounts. But yeah, I'm strongly opposed to using coupon codes as gift cards. So under coupon, we're gonna have specific coupons. We give it a code. We'll call it Spring 12 HFC T7, something crazy like that. Okay, so that's our coupon code. Then we decide how many uses per coupon. If it's unlimited, you leave it blank. Uses per customer, if it's unlimited, you leave it blank. But let's say you want them to only be able to use the coupon twice because you don't want them to be greedy. Uses per customer, you'll give them a little leeway, twice because you don't want them to be greedy. You can also tell them that, if you're sending out doing a promotion, you send email blast out either via newsletter or through Constant Contact, if you subscribe to Constant Contact, that is. You may want to say, use this coupon between, this 1 week only and save 15% or save $10 off just this 1 week. You want to assign that week here. So let's say I'm doing, let's do Sunday to Saturday. There's your week. we have the rule here. We have the coupon code. We have the uses per coupon, uses per customer, and you'll see that little blue icon. It looks like a 3.5-inch floppy disk. That tells me I filled that out. I'm going to move on to conditions. Since this is a coupon code, if we want to just apply it to everything, that's fine. But you want to make sure they're spending at least $10 to get $10 off. So you may want to specify a certain amount. Let's say you're like, okay, you have to spend at least $20 to get $10 off, or you have to spend $50. That sounds more like it. We'll say they have to spend $50 in order to get $10 off. So we want to say subtotal is, and I know you know the next, or excuse me, not is, this function should be greater than or equal to, equals or greater than, then we put in our amount, say $50. Okay. Move on to the next section. Here's the action. Apply percent of product price discount, new. We've already decided it's a $10 off coupon, so it's going to be a fixed amount discount for the whole cart. Or we can just do it for a single product, but we're doing it for the whole cart. We're doing $10. Maximum quantity discount is applied to just the one. We're leaving this blank because we're not doing a discount quantity step. You may have been wondering about that. Another type of discount that you can do is you buy X, you get Y free. Buy 3, get 2 free. Buy 5, get 1 free. You're able to do that in this system. Do you want to apply the $10 to the shipping amount? No. Is there free shipping? No. Stop further processing. Rules processing? Yes. You can also apply rules to the cart too down here. Labels, they're really unnecessary. We don't really cover the labels. Once you've gotten these 3 sections completed, I don't even remember what the coupon code was. I'm going to have to copy it. Let me copy that. Okay, actions. Done, 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 and done. I'm going to save the rule. I'm going to go back to the front end here, and I think I want to buy this. I'm going to add it to my cart. Oh, I have to choose an option. I want extra large because I have a big foot. So here we go. $87.96. That's over 50. Do I have a coupon code? Why? I happen to have one. But I just remembered something. My coupon won't be good until April 22nd, so I have to change that and make sure it's good today. So I'm dating that for now through April 28th. Let me save the rule. I might have to refresh my cart here. Okay. Now, I'm going to put this coupon code in here. There it is. Spring 12 HFCT7. I'm going to apply the code. And there it is. The discount that I just created, $10 off. So now my grand total is $77.96. That, of course, is before the tax, before the shipping. So I just wanted to show you how that worked.